Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, a whole new day. How you feeling today? We got butterflies floating around. We got the sun shining. I can hear something. Can you hear that, deep divers? There's no place I'd rather be than with the birds, bees, leaves, and trees. Like deep divers, I've got a special relationship with nature, with Gaia. And there are days where I just come by myself to the heart of nature. I just spend time alone in the heart of nature and become incredibly powerful. Someone wrote to me, they're like, Ralph, how can I really be alone and find myself? So this video is for you deep divers. The information I'm about to share with you is going to help you be alone and feel, oh, it's okay. It's all right. How to be alone and find yourself. The secret recipe to never feeling alone. We got a whole lot to talk about. Deep divers. Let's breathe. That was organic. Let's go, deep divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency. Raising the vibration. Take that, take that, take that. Good ass energy I'm sending you. Deep divers, look how beautiful this place is. There's no Wi-Fi here, but I swear you'll find a better connection. Look, FaceTiming you right now from an imaginary phone, deep divers. If you are watching this video, I want you to remind yourself to keep trusting in yourself when no one else will. Keep believing in yourself when no one else will. If you're ready, just say, I'm ready. Hit that like button right now if you support the real. Hit that like button right now, deep divers, if you support the real. Look, I've spent a lot of my life alone, and I actually attribute that to who I am today, my secret power. Like a lot of people in this society, they're afraid to even spend like 2 seconds with themselves. And you should really try it, deep divers. It's really going to help you out. I'm never ever feeling lonely, and I love being alone. But the great paradox is I'm never actually alone. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Peace, love, and harmony to all of you wonderful deep divers. So, how to be alone and find yourself. The secret recipe to never feeling alone. Let me tell you this, deep divers. Each and every one of us is on a journey. We got to find out who the hell we are, what we're here to do, where we're going. Look, I'm going to tell you this seriously. I know a lot of you out there are in a large group sometimes, but you're not really feeling everyone in the group, but you're afraid to leave because you're like, Ralph, I don't want to be a loner. I don't want to go to the cinema alone. I don't want to go for a meal for one. I don't want to spend time in nature when everyone is with their family, having like putting a whole bunch of grapes in their mouth. I want someone to hold me, Ralph. But let me tell you this, deep divers, there's a reason why all the great gurus, spiritual masters, you would always see them alone. Buddha, you see him alone meditating. Jesus Christ alone. Muhammad. All of these people had to find out who they really are. That can only happen when you embrace who you really are. I always tell you, deep divers, go within. They got you distracted in this matrix. And FOMO is huge right now, fear of missing out. But there's nothing to miss out on if you're connecting within. What? Slow motion this side. Do you know, deep divers, I can be myself. There are so many people out there who are afraid to be who they really are. What if I told you your authenticity is your greatest weapon? Nobody is you, and that is your power. When we really talk about being alone, remind yourself of this every single day, deep divers. Every single day. We are never alone. Listen. We are never alone unless we abandon ourselves. What? Slow motion this side. Ever seen someone, deep divers, who's by themselves? They're so happy, they're smiling, they're glowing. You're like, huh? Have they got an imaginary friend? An imaginary friend just hugging them? No, they've just got such a good relationship with themselves. Do you know how many people I know, deep divers, out there? They're always with their friends, but they're miserable. I'm depressed. I'm like, how are you depressed? You got like 10 friends. It's because you can't express yourself with those friends. They don't know you from a can of paint. So I'm good spending time with my own energy, with my own company. At the same time, I can mingle with other people, but I know who I am first and foremost. You see, this is what's going to help you become your greatest version. Lose the crowd, because the crowd are lost. Like sometimes you go out there, you see so many people all together, but they don't know each other. They don't even like each other. They just don't want to be alone. So you got to remind yourself to be alone and find yourself, to never feel alone. Remind yourself that everything is connected. We've got birds, bees, butterflies. We got it all out here. And the beautiful thing about nature is that nature has a space and a place for everyone. It never leaves anyone out. So if you are someone who says, Ralph, I've got no friends, that's good. Now you can get to find out who you really are. And once you do, you're going to realize that everyone is your friend. You're never going to feel lonely. Like I know I got so much people who love me, who want to be a part of my life. And I don't mind spending an afternoon alone. I'm not a loner. I love me. I accept me. And this is how you really can be alone and find yourself. Take time out. Take time out. Take time. Sometimes you got to say this, deep divers. Time. Time. Right now. Stop. Stop what you're doing. Go into nature. Recharge. Meditate. Align your chakras. This is how to be alone. Like you've been living your whole life like on steroids. You want to be entertained every single second. Are you not entertained? And this is the reason why people don't want to be alone. Look at you. You're on your phone right now. I don't want to put down my phone, Ralph. I'm afraid of being alone. Like some people actually sleep with their phones, hugging them right to their chest. And if you really want to be alone, limit your time on your iPhone, your Android. Turn the phone off. When you're going to sleep, turn the phone off and go within. Because you see, if you're always so hooked on these phones, these smartphones, you're going to feel like you're missing out every single time. But when I turn off my phone, I get a better connection. What? Slow motion this side. It's starting to feel like that old Infinite Waters again. Deep divers, I woke up like this, all magical and shit. All magical and fly. Look. If you really want to be alone and find yourself, let me tell you this. Every single day, sit with yourself. Sit with yourself. Just sit down. And what comes up? Like you're going to have these thoughts. What if I told you, you are not your thoughts? You are the observer behind your thoughts. So it's crazy when you sit down with yourself and allow emotions to pass through you without judgment. Allow thoughts to pass through you without judgment. When you immerse yourself in the present moment 100%, you're in a state of meditation. Meditation is the art of absorbing yourself in the here and now, losing your mind and coming to your senses. And this is how you find yourself. This is the reason why Buddha was enlightened, because he realized that the kingdom of heaven lies within. The kingdom of heaven lies within. So remind yourself, you can never be alone even if you tried. You know why? Because everything is connected. It's one humanity. But you have to take time out of the crowd, the noise, the hustle and bustle, people rushing around, stressed out all the time. So I started to find myself, deep divers. I wasn't satisfied with this matrix. I'm like, hey, I know they're lying. I know there's more to life. And you can only actually know this when you go into the heart of nature, what I call going into the wilderness. You see, all the great masters and teachers, they took time out. They went into the wilderness. And when you go into the wilderness, great things happen. For 40 days and 40 nights, okay? Go somewhere, go camping. Sit with yourself. Look, deep divers, it's funny because I told you, the more you connect with yourself and learn the art of being alone and realizing actually I can never be alone, something special happens. What happens? Someone just magically appears. Happens to me every single time. I'm just minding my own business, chilling, alone, in so much peace. People are like, huh? I want to be a friend, huh? I want to be in a relationship with you, huh? Because you see, we're drawn to people who know themselves. Gnothi Seaton. That's the ancient Greek for know thyself. In the temple of Apollo, Delphi, the oracle said, know thyself and you'll come to know the secrets of the universe. To be alone and find yourself, you got to know who the hell you are. Like so many people right now are screwed up in the matrix because they're listening to their drunk uncle and auntie, their mum, their dad, some preacher, some guy on the television, wondering why they feel lost because you haven't taken time to find out who you are and be alone. Deep divers, I'm getting passionate about this because I love it. I love to spend time with myself because I know, deep divers, all the people who are winning in life, they're taking the left-hand path. Like when everyone's going right, they're going left. And you can only become this strong when you learn the art of being alone. Look, people might judge you. People might say, hey, you're a weirdo. You're crazy. She's so weird. Nikola Tesla, the Serbian scientist, genius. People thought he was weird. Ralph Smart, the multi-dimensional being having a human experience. People say, gosh, he's so what? So amazing. Thanks, deep dives. So weird, right? But what if I told you, don't be afraid of being called weird, crazy, or strange because those are all the geniuses anyway. What? Slow motion this side. You have won the golden ticket of life if you are in your own element. If there's nobody out there like you, you've won in life. There are so many people who are losing in life because they want to be a carbon copy of everybody else. They want to fit in when they were born to stand out, deep divers. That's why you're miserable. That's why you're depressed. That's why you have anxiety. It happened to me. I'm like, oh, what am I missing? Oh, it's because I got to learn how to be alone and find out who the hell I really am. Then I was on cloud 9. I started to do a little samba, baby. I started to raise the frequency. All the people who are winning in this world are totally different from everybody else. Every artist is different. That's successful. Oh, she's so different. That's the reason why she's a #1 hit all around the world, because there's nobody like her. And you can only find out that talent within by being alone. Deep divers, let me tell you this. How to be alone and find yourself, the secret recipe to never feeling alone is to learn sacrifice. Look, you're gonna have to learn that the reason why a lot of people don't want to be alone, because the truth is, deep divers, when you are alone, it feels like you're walking alone. It feels like you want to hang on to something, and now you got to become strong. Being alone forces you to become strong, and it forces you to find out how strong you really are. But it's not easy. I had to sacrifice when I was making videos in the early days of Infinite Waters. All of my friends were going to the club. They're like, Ralph, hey, let's go to the club. You want to come? I'm like, of course I want to come, but I got to work on this dream. I got to work on this vision. They're like, Ralph, you're going to be alone. I'm like, I know, but I had a plan. I had to sacrifice. And this is how to be alone and find yourself. Don't be afraid to sacrifice for the greater good. There are some people who they're alone right now in a closet somewhere writing a book. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, she got turned down by so many publishers. She was alone writing Harry Potter. No one cared until one day someone said, oh, that's fantastic. But she had to learn how to be alone to have the focus to create the dream. When I was writing Feel Alive, #1 best-selling book on Amazon. I know, deep divers, you're so kind. Look, I had to focus. I had to be alone writing the book. I mean, you weren't there helping me write it. You weren't around helping me write it, deep divers, right? So I had to be alone and sacrifice. But now I'm winning in life. Everyone wants to be my friend. So it's funny how people who take time out to be alone end up attracting all the energy. Oh my gosh. That was a slow motion. Deep divers, you will never walk alone again. We are never alone. The truth be told is the universe always sends someone. We are never alone. The universe always sends someone. We are never alone. the universe always sends someone. I always tell you, work on yourself, focus on yourself, raise your frequency, and you're going to find the universe is going to send people into your life who are matching your frequency, your energy, and your vibration. So when you're alone, remind yourself, this is the time when you work on yourself. This is the time when you say, okay, let me work on myself. Let me find out who I really am. And see it as a gift, not a curse. Deep divers, let me tell you this, self-discipline. Everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die. And to be alone, you're going to have to die. In terms of, you're going to have to die of that pleasure of being around lots of people. Yeah, just distracting yourself. I used to go out to the club every night because I didn't want to be alone, but I wasn't in my greatness. When I took time out to find out who I really was, who I really am, I started to level up through self-discipline. So I want to remind you today, deep divers, don't worry about being alone. Don't worry. Do not worry about being alone. Worry more so of fitting into a crowd that's going in the wrong direction. The truth is, you can only achieve true greatness by learning to be alone and realizing we are never ever alone. We are never alone unless we abandon ourselves. Deep divers, hit that like button right now if you support The Real. Hit that like button right now if you support The Real. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Beautiful deep divers. Go and check out the #1 best-selling book, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. Also, go and check out the latest new book, Book of 1111 Quotes by Ralph Smart, The Secret Recipe to Becoming Your Greatest Version. And of course, go and get the Good Art Prana shirts for men, women, children, even cats. All new limited design shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, woo, with a whole lot of heart who wants to model the clothing, well, go and buy some. Deep divers, I love all of you. Don't be afraid of being alone. We are never alone unless we abandon ourselves. One love, peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy, peace. You! Once again, deep divers, hit that like button if you support The Real. Hit that like button if you support The Real. Leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation. Let me know how this video inspired you. One love, peace.